Welcome to Say LS Boxing Fact Judgmental Facts. Let's judge this fact. Generation after generation, generation after generation, a racist give birth to racist.
And black people got to be careful about raising the importance of other people's issues to our own. Because by doing that, you reduce the quality of your own fight.
A racist give birth to racist. Let me make my point. Till this day, they're still coming after the black champions. They're still trying to undermine black champions. The Mexicans hate black champions. They try to undermine them. They make fun of them. The white hate black. We have had Ryan Garcia. We have had a lot of them. Generation after generation, generation after generation. This thing continues. It seems like it won't end. But who is giving them power? There are some black who wants to be loved and wants to be accepted by.
Because the devil took your spine.
Go ahead.
To stand up against it, you ought to go to hell, God knows.
That's right.
Before you want to be accepted, then
We be considered racist if we only date within our race?
No, that's what you call race loyalty.
I would love to say to you, love your people first. Mexicans are proud to go and say, I represent Mexicans. I don't fight Mexicans, I represent Mexicans. Blacks can't even say, I represent black people.
We be considered racist if we only date within our race?
No, that's what you call race loyalty.
Gonna be something else. So at some point, someone must speak about this thing and we have to break this circle because it's been continuing for years, over and over. And I am one of the people who's tired of this nonsense. We need to hype our race. We need to respect our race. We need to cheer for our race. This thing of coming after one another must end with those old people who people don't have to respect one another. It must end with those old people, not us. We as youth, we as new generation of black people, we must have a strong will and a strong mentality. We have to love our champions and respect them all the time. It doesn't matter that Top Rank doesn't love one of our best fighters. We need to love our people. People like Floyd Mayweather, people like Mike Tyson have to change mentally, have to encourage black.
Unfortunately, when you think about people who have let's say, a failure mindset, they don't have the ability to be like the winners who think about the times in life where they've won the most.
Right.
They think about the times in life where they lost the most.
Exactly.
So therefore, they're fixated on their loss. So when they think about the future, they're taking all those emotions that they felt and they're projecting it on it. Mm-hmm. So now you don't feel good about the future. Mm-hmm. And all the decisions you make are from the past as well. Yeah. Because the emotions are from the past. So when you was hurt, you're still eating to cover up that pain. Mm-hmm. Instead of dealing with that pain, you're numbing yourself through coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
People to say, guys, we have to come together and stop this thing of discriminating each other, stop this thing of undermining each other. We have to love each other and protect each other and support each other. We as youth of today, we as generation of today, we must say no, enough is enough. We cannot be forced to hate our people. There are a lot of people who hate Terence Bud Crawford. If you ask them, why do you hate someone who's doing everything? Why do you hate someone who became undisputed in 4 belts? They won't even tell you. Why do you hate Deontay Wilder so much? They won't even give you reasons. So we have to be smart and we have to understand that we as people, for us to be taken serious, we must take ourselves serious.
Everything white people do has a political purpose. Everything white people do has a political purpose. Ain't no love is love with white folks.
In every sport, not only in boxing, but I want to speak about boxing because I love boxing so much. I love boxing over any other sport. And I have seen how this thing continues over and over and over and over. They discriminate. They make fight to undermine Muhammad Ali. He stand firm and said, I am going to make my own choices. And he made his own choices. They continue after Muhammad Ali, whoever the champion, whoever the best black champion that came, they try to undermine, they try to say all these things about him. So we're not going to be youth, we're not gonna be generation of cowards over and over and over and over. This got to stop at some point. We have to speak about this. We got to speak about this. The racist in boxing, we allow it. Imagine one guy comes after all of us. We just keep quiet like clowns. We have to say no. Polly, shut up and focus on other people. Leave us alone. Give us a break. You've been disrespecting us for far too long. We have let you for far too long. You have been disrespecting Devin Haney. For what reasons? The young man became undisputed. You disrespected him. For how long this nonsense will continue? At some point, we have to say enough, it's enough. If you go to YouTube today and you watch how they try to manipulate and undermine Floyd, the best of the best, who have been fighting the best, who doesn't cherry pick, who doesn't use drugs, who doesn't call a weak opponent, they came after him. Today, they protect people who cherry pick, they protect people who make excuses. Today, as I speak, they understand why other people, Mexicans, should duck. They understand. It's got to end. I'm getting angry as I speak because they've been disrespecting us for far too long, and I'm not angry at them. I'm angry at us for allowing people to undermine this. I'm not going to be part of those who leave our children to be undermined. I will try by all means and say these things so that our children, when they come here, they know that we have to stay together and say enough is enough. I know we can do this. That is why I'm making this video. I'm making this video because today in boxing, if a black person win through decision, it's a draw or it's a loss for him. How on earth the laws changes towards other race, but race are okay with those laws, they apply nicely, but laws changes toward they cheated the world. They said excuses on top of excuses, but the guy had done. They never even care about even WBC. They never said the world need our support. Ryan Garcia recently, racist young boy, recently caught with drugs. On top of that, he had a weight advantage. President of WBC comes and say Ryan Garcia need our support more. This is a time where Ryan Garcia need us. A man who cheats, a man who used drugs. WBC president, not a president of Mexicans, but WBC president. How long will this continue? And who will stop this? Why is this still continue? I will explain a little with what I understand why is this continuous. First thing is that we have allowed them for far too long. We make them understand and believe that they are better than us because they are not scared to call us names, but we are quiet. We have given them respect for far too long. The respect that they don't give us back. The respect that we deserve, they don't give us back. They continue. It didn't end by Muhammad Ali. They continued after Muhammad Ali. It didn't end after Floyd Mayweather. They continued after Floyd Mayweather. All these things that I'm saying is not just a myth. It's not something that is not happening. It's still happening today. And then, why is this not stopping? It's because our legends are also, I don't know is it because they've been attacked so many times that they're starting to believe that, okay, me as Mike Tyson, I shouldn't have black fighters. I should call people Mexican monsters. But I shouldn't continue with this mentality. People like Mike, people like Floyd should be the one that encourages black people, especially black young people, to have the mentality to believe that we also not clowns. We are not going to be disrespected forever. We have to come together. If a judge comes and make fun of our fighter, cheat him, when we see it, we must fight. You think that hyping a Mexican will make you feel welcomed or will protect you from Mexicans or will protect you from whites. We have to end that. We have to end this now. I think and I believe it's time. Today, Ryan Garcia brings a monkey. The president of WBC says he needs his support. A boy brings a monkey, a racist boy brings a monkey. They don't say anything. Where is Ryan getting his racist? You had his father. Okay. My point is, racist give birth to a racist. Simple as that. It's not going to change. But if they don't want to change, it's okay. We shouldn't love them for that. We should come together and say, okay, these guys, that's how they think of us. These guys is how they want to continue treating us. We will show them. We will not respect them. We will not. If someone comes with monkey, we will call him like him to be scared because they are not scared of making fun of us. And once we are not scared of making fun of them, even fat guys, they can come here, make fun of black fighters, make fun of black best fighters. A fat, ugly guy can come and make fun of a black person. Why? Because they have confidence in themselves that knowing that even if I make fun of these guys, they're not going to say anything. So at some point, this thing must stop. And I think by talking about it, exposing these things, that's a first step to take. We have to talk about this. President of WBC shouldn't be president so far. Oscar Valdez was caught with drugs. What did happen? They didn't take bail from him. Nothing happened. Continued. What happens? What are the laws when they find you using drugs? At some point, we got to speak about this. Terence Bud Crawford, he will retire soon. I wish, my brother, that once you retire also, do not take Mike Road, do not take Floyd Road. Be one of those who will expose and say it like it is. I think it's time, and we are depending on you, legends. We are respecting you. You are our role models. But if a president of a WBC or a WBO criticize and undermines a black person, you guys should speak about it. They must be exposed and if possible be removed from their positions because they are not doing things fairly. They are doing things out of hate, and we cannot succeed, we cannot enjoy boxing when we have racists leading the sport. We have to say these things, and you legends, we need you at this time generation where we need to speak about these things. We cannot keep quiet when an old ugly man comes and make fun of our fighters, disrespect them. You know, when Bob Arum comes out, he doesn't even hide. He makes it clear that everyone understands that he is for white. Imagine he says something like, Lomo is the matrix, Lomo is better than Muhammad Ali. Imagine, what kind of nonsense is that? With what? Okay. When Terence Bud Crawford won undisputed the first time in history, first fighter to ever win 4 belts in 4-belt era, they made Lomachenko fighter of that year. Okay. If this is not about racists, if this is not about race, explain this. When Canelo won, just beating Caleb Plant to become undisputed, just beating Caleb Plant, just beating Caleb Plant made him the fighter of the year. Just by beating Caleb Plant. On that year, the people that he fought, it's funny, bro. Like it's funny. And this thing continues. You know why it won't stop until we come together. Those YouTubers who hype Mexicans, who hypes whites, they should stop immediately and stop focus, and let's focus on our own people. Let's hype our own people. It's not a bad thing. If you're going to hype your race, hype them fair. You cannot just come here and say Canelo is the best over Terence Bud Crawford. What are the facts? Give us the facts. Let us understand. What are you talking about? You cannot say Canelo is the best over Terence Bud Crawford because Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo. What are you talking about? What are you saying? Canelo can never. It's impossible for Canelo to be on top of Terence Bud Crawford when it comes to proper ratings, not racist ratings. It can't. It's impossible. How come? It's impossible. What Terence Bud Crawford have already accomplished, Canelo will never accomplish what Terence Bud Crawford have accomplished. What are you talking about? You guys need to stop being biased. I'm not gonna be one of those who are biased. I'm going to speak the truth. I can even give facts. Terence Bud Crawford became undisputed before Canelo, before anyone. Okay, fine. If maybe that was luck. Terence Bud Crawford became 2-time undisputed, the first man to ever become 2-time, and the first, and broke his own record. Come on, we have to give respect to Terence Bud Crawford name. Terence Bud, I have no interest fighting Terence Bud Crawford. Keith Thurman came and said, I am scared of Terence Bud Crawford. I am not fighting Terence Bud Crawford. It's only Terence Bud Crawford. Keith Thurman came and said, I am not interested on fighting Terence Bud Crawford. I am not fighting Terence Bud Crawford. This is not a lie. This is true. No one comes and say, I'm not interested in fighting Canelo. Why? Because they are not scared of Canelo. They know that if Canelo calls them, we're going to fight everyone. If Canelo calls them, they go fight him. Why? They know that they can beat him. Jamel Charlo, when Terence Bud Crawford calls him, yell. The guy mumble, fumble, jump, go all up and down. He's quiet now. Canelo humbled him. I can tell you this. Jamel Charlo is at division Terence Bud Crawford is now. He won't call him out. He won't call him out. No one is calling Terence Bud Crawford. They are all scared of him because of he's the pound for pound number one. Anyone who disagree, anyone who tells me that Terence Bud Crawford is not pound for pound number one, come to me and give me facts and why. I will tell you that you are lying. You cannot confuse me. You can confuse other black people. And I know the real ones. Jose Benavidez comes and say, Terence Bud Crawford is a boring fighter. Okay, fine. For Terence Bud Crawford not to be a boring fighter, he was supposed to fight his son and not knock him out. He was supposed to be beaten by his son. That's what he's saying to us. If Terence Bud Crawford is boring fighter, when he beat and humbled his son like a small boy, like someone who doesn't have a lot of experience, who doesn't wake up and eat and train and live boxing for the rest of their life. Terence Bud Crawford beat that boy from 1 round to 12. You can't even give him 1 round. And then his father comes and says Terence Bud Crawford is the most boring fight. Jose Benavidez, what are you talking about? I used to respect you because I thought you are the real. You are one of the real. You and Benavidez. And I still love Benavidez. And I still say, Benavidez, you are the best. You still calling the best fights. I respect you for that. I respect people who only fight. But your father, he's a liar. He said Terence Bud Crawford is a boring fighter. Explain to us. You train your son, Jose Jr. You train your son. So, if Terence is boring, he beat your son. What are you saying about your son? You actually disrespected your son because you said the man, the legend who beat him is boring. What are you saying, Jose? You are confused now. Benavidez, sit down with your father. Tell him that this is a new era. Lies and hyping won't be allowed anymore. We will come and tell you that you are lying, old man. He comes and fumble and say, Terence Bud Crawford is a boring fighter. Ooh. Ooh. Old man, change your statement. Old man, try something else. David Benavides is a good fighter. You can't even compare him with Terence Bud Crawford. He's not even close to be compared with Terence Bud Crawford. You are disrespecting boxing. Not only Terence Bud Crawford, but you are disrespecting boxing. Old man, you need to respect boxing. You're not just disrespecting Terence Bud Crawford. You are disrespecting boxing. Okay, fine. Let me ask you something. Your son, David Benavides, how many undisputed belts have he ever won? How many belts does he have in his resume? How many best champions that he fought? How many fighters gagged him? Don't disrespect Terence Bud Crawford like that. We're not going to allow that. I'm not going to allow that. Terence Bud Crawford is the best. He's #1 pound for pound king of the world today. David Benavides is not even on top pound for pound 5. Maybe on top pound for pound 10. He's not even there. What are you talking about? Don't disrespect boxing. We understand boxing. Jose. Why Jose Benavides came and said this? He understood that black people are divided and some might support his weak statement, because he understands that black people are divided. Black people can't come together. Some of us, we will tell you the truth, mister. Stop lying. Stop misleading. Your son, David Benavides, is not even close to Terence Bud Crawford. Can't. 2-time undisputed champ. That no one. Called everyone. Never used drugs. Your son, because he's not disciplined. But you want to disrespect Terence Bud Crawford. Don't disrespect boxing again. Better be the last time. We will expose people like you. You want to come here, be smart, try to convince people to undermine Terence Bud Crawford. Not with Terence Bud Crawford. Not under my watch. I will tell you, old man. Put some respect on Terence Bud Crawford. Don't make me angry. Put some respect on Terence Bud Crawford. You can disrespect Shako because he doesn't respect himself. Yeah, it's okay. You can call him boring fighter. You can say whatever with Shako. You don't respect him anymore. He came and said Lomachenko won. How? Which rounds? He doesn't respect himself. You even compare 2-time undisputed champion to a boy who's not even undisputed, who ducked undisputed fights. When Devin Haney called him, Shako makes excuses like, who will pay for that fight? You don't even have shares at top rank, but you talking about who's going to pay for that fight. Then you, Jose, you come and make example that Terence Bud Crawford is like Shako. That means Shako can knock out your son, Jose. That means that's what you say to us when you say Terence Bud Crawford is like Shako. You simply means that Shako can knock out Jose. That's what you are saying to us. We're not going to let you pass with this. You are lying. We're not going to allow you lie, old man. We've been allowed. You guys have been lying for so many times. Not this time. Things have changed. We will tell you the truth, old man. Don't disrespect boxing. Pop Arm didn't just disrespect Floyd. It didn't end there. He never learned. They don't learn, these people. It didn't end there. He continued disrespecting Terence Bud Crawford. It never ends with them. It continues generation after generation. Generation after generation. We just quiet and come on, guys. Come on, guys. Things need to change. We can't hold back. We cannot tolerate disrespect and then expect to be respected. It's like watching a racist movie and believe that this movie was made to encourage you. Most of the moves that they make about apartheid, that they make about colonialism, it's all about to show and remind black people that, hey, you guys are still nothing. We cannot continue like thinking like African presidents who just go to meet one man to be told what is their agenda, to be told how we must. We have to change the mentality. We cannot think like old people who think like children. We got to tell them the truth. An old man come here lie. What gives an old man power and energy to come and lie to young people? It's disgusting. Things got to change. We're gonna play part. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Say LS Boxing Facts. We are here to tell the truth. Let's judge these facts.